3 prizes, 330 damage, absolutely insane. What's up everyone, we're here with another amazing deck. Yes, Zacian coming back from the grave, but not the Zacian V that you're familiar with. Amazing Rare Zacian is what we've added into this Lost Zone box deck, paired nicely with one of its friends, Lugia. Not the Lugia that's about to come out in a few weeks here. It's the Lugia from Vivid Voltage. Lugia still can swing for amazing damage as well. So we paired it into this Lost Zone box, and I really think that you're going to like the outcome of the list that we've created here for the Shuffle Squad. So we're going to hop over to the deck list and take a look at what we have. Alright, you've seen it once, you've seen it twice, you've seen it a million times. So we're going to kind of run through the additions to the Lost Zone box that we have here. Obviously not playing Giratina, but we are playing Mirage Gate. And if you didn't know what Mirage Gate does, we're going to check out the card now here. So Mirage Gate, if you have 7 or more cards in your Lost Zone, you get to search your deck for 2 different energies. Both have to be basic, and you can attach them to any Pokemon on the field in any way that you like. So such a great card here for accelerating energy. So this is really what we focus our deck around, and we can see things like the Snorlax that came out of the Lost Origin set here. So Snorlax having the unfazed fat ability that can get through all of those pesky things that are put onto your Pokemon, you know, stopping them from attacking if they're basic Pokemon. We're looking at you, Flying Pikachu VMAX, and you, Ice Cube. So able to get through that. Thumping Snore, 180 damage, still a great attack. But let's look at some of the newer pieces here in this box. So Amazing Rare Zacian, that's really the focus of this deck here. And if your opponent plays VMAXs at all, they're going to be scared. They're going to not want to see this card at all. Amazing Sword does 150 damage not only to an active VMAX, but if your opponent has a VMAX anywhere on the field, whether they're playing Kyurem VMAX or inevitably they might have a Regieleki VMAX once that card is released. If they have one on the field anywhere, this does an extra 150 damage on top of the base 150. So that means that this can swing. That means that this can swing for 300 damage, and that's before putting a Choice Belt on it. So huge numbers out of Zacian. I know that the energy cost is a lot, so we have Mirage Gate obviously to help out with that. Another really great card, I think, is a good substitute for the Amazing Rare Charizard is this Lugia. Now Lugia comes out of the Vivid Voltage set, and you can see here with Wind Pressure for 4 energy, you can do 250 damage. The downside to it is your opponent has to have more than 5 cards in their hand. Pretty easy once you see things like Giratina build up their hands. There's Palkia builds up their hand. Mew VMAX builds up its hand. Regieleki usually builds up its hand. But swinging 250 as a base damage, again, we can put a Choice Belt on it and hit for 280, which is a magic number for knocking out V-Star Pokemon in one shot. So really great attack here. Lugia is going to be a big hitter. Lugia is going to be a big, heavy hitter in the next format coming up in a few weeks. So really great card. In addition, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this Lugia in the other Lugia V-Star lists as well, because there is energy acceleration for special energy. Now you see the Cramorant, we've got the Manaphy to protect the bench, we've got the Comfeys to get things in the Lost Zone. We also play a Radiant Greninja here. So Radiant Greninja able to snipe out things or put some damage on already pre-damaged Pokemon for maybe a knockout, taking a couple extra prizes here. So really great. We do have the Energy Recycler just in case we use too many of the energies. Maybe we didn't build up in the correct way. Now we can save ourselves by getting energy out of the discard pile. We can put up to 5 basic energy cards from the discard pile back into the deck, use them all over again. Pretty simple list. You can see the list down in the description of the video, so you're going to want to check that out too, along with all of our sponsors. So you're going to want to make sure that if you want to purchase any of these cards, you visit atlastcg.com and use our code down below. You can also get these cards online on PTCGO through PTCGO store using our code TSS5. Save yourself 5%. So really great. This video is also brought to you by PokeX Word, which has really awesome Pokemon puzzles, crossword puzzles. There's even a Who's That Pokemon puzzle. These puzzles are uploading daily here, so make sure you check that out as well as our other sponsors, again, down below in the description. We won't waste too much time here. You can see the energy counts, you can see the deck list, so we're going to hop into some games on the ladder. All right, we're playing up against a deck on the ladder. Let's see what we queue into, see if we can take the W here with our good boy Amazing Rare Zacian, or maybe even Lugia coming into play. Opposed from the normal Lost Zone box, we want to see if this actually takes here, see if it works. I think that it's a great deck list. I've been playing it quite a bit myself, and there are a lot of intricacies that I've been enjoying, opposed to the regular old Lost Zone box. So we do get to go first, which is really good. I enjoy going first with this deck. Unfortunately, getting the mulligan is not what you like to see, but maybe not starting with a Cramorant would be fantastic. I have started with Cramorant quite a bit lately, queuing into any Lost Zone box. All right, so we do the Comfey, which is a really positive start. I love that. So we can Comfey, we can Colress the following turn. They are not going to take a one-hit knockout on our Comfey, which is even better. We're going to go Flower Selecting. Ordinary Rod is pretty good here, so let's just take that over the one Metal Energy. We don't really need Metal Energy for anything specifically other than the Zacian, so we're just going to take the one card in the Lost Zone for now. We can get two more next turn and also swing with a Cramorant if we're able to draw into our Quick Balls in the deck. Let's see what Arceus variant. I know that Arceus Goodra is pretty popular now, so I'm assuming that's what we'll see here, but time will tell what this Quick Ball has in store for us. We're going to see what they actually pull out of the deck. So there's a boss's order going to the discard pile, or boss's orders, plural. Okay, so they did get a Duraludon. So Duraludon VMAX, I think, is something we might see with Lugia V-Star coming back. I don't know how viable it actually will be, but with all the special energy in decks like that, I think that it's a pretty good chance that we'll see something come out of it. So there we go, Big Parasol. I think Big Parasol is fine. Now, Big Parasol, if you didn't know what it did, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot and this card's attached to it, prevent all effects of attacks done to that Pokemon. So, all right, so we've got our Colress's Experiment, which is perfectly fine. We do have 1, 2, 3. Don't necessarily need the boss's orders because I don't think there's a lot of Pokemon that we'll have to pick from. Still pretty fine. Now let's do Flower Selecting. Can use Choice Belt to just swing a knockout into this because we are going to swing for 300 damage inevitably. I think that our better bet here is just getting something like the Cramorant. Just double checking ourselves that we have 4 in the Lost Zone. Right there, 4. Okay, cool. Show cards. Let's go here, and then we can use Ye Olden Switch Cart and start taking some damage on this Arceus. Now, they do have 3 cards in hand, so we do have to be cautious of their hand size too when it comes to things like the Lugia. Now, Lugia can still swing a one-hit knockout into an Arceus V-Star as long as there's a Choice Belt attached, but it cannot swing into that Duraludon. So another thing that you want to keep in mind, they are going to Star Birth here. Star Birth going into the deck, finding 2 cards, any 2 cards, and using that. If you haven't seen Star Birth in action by now, what are you doing? Go back and watch the past almost year now. Wow, almost year of Pokemon with Arceus V-Star and all of its cool companions. Goodra being the most popular one now. Goodra even taking down the late night on Tuesday, which was November 1st, by our very own Primetime Wizard TV. So cool. All right, so we're seeing the plays happen here. They are going to take a knockout and use Colress's Experiment to start to dig through their deck. That is a really cool inclusion, I think, in a Duraludon deck. I've seen more Colress's Experiments in decks that just help you draw a little bit more. So I think that that is definitely a different draw supporter. I think that once we see Serena in play, that Colress's Experiment will kind of drop off from random niche play in decks like this. All right, so we got the Trinity Nova going. That's really cool. They are taking their first knockout. Still have a lot of damage on this Arceus. So much so that if we get a live Snorlax, and could possibly happen this turn if we're able to draw on a Colress. And look at that. Just like we said, Colress's Experiment. Here we go. We need this, this, and this here. So we can go here. Now we do need a Mirage Gate. So the next thing that we need to do. Ooh. Oh, this is tough. So we can still use Zacian. That's another thing we have to note, is that Zacian still is a real thing. So let's go discard the water energy. Get our Radiant Greninja, because we need some draw. We definitely need some draw. And we're going to get the water energy back. Get the water energy back here. Let's dig some more with Concealed Cards. Okay. We can swing a knockout here. But is it the knockout? I think what we need to do is hold the Zacian. It feels really bad to hold the Zacian. Extremely bad, actually. Alright, we're going to put it down. Hopefully they don't Marnie us this turn. That is really tough. Because now we have to think, are they going to Marnie us? Are they going to boss us? Both are very viable possibilities in this match right now. So Marnie would be really bad. But we also, again, don't want to waste our Mirage Gates in this deck. So it's a pretty hard decision. They're playing Bibarel. A Bibarel. Wow. Okay, so Bird Keeper, that's good for us. I think that that's really good because they don't see it coming. They don't see the Choice Belt written on the wall. Let's go in and get a Grass Energy next turn. And then I think that we'll get a Grass and a Psychic if we have it. So let's take a look just to see. We have one Metal in our lost zone here, so we won't be able to get that back. And yeah, Duraludon. There's another Duraludon. I think this is going to be pretty easy because we could take 3 prizes here, then hopefully swing into this, and then just finally swing the Bibarel to finish off the game. All right, let's do Mirage Gate first, and that's good. So let's gate for Metal and Grass. Do we need the Metal though? We got Metal in hand. Let's do this. 1, 2. We'll go here. We'll go here. Here. Let's conceal cards just so we can draw some more cards. That's always fine. And then we will Amazing Sword for a knockout. 3 prizes, 330 damage, absolutely insane. This is so good. I love this deck. I really do. Okay. And we can set up another one. If they put a... Oh, wow. If they put another VMAX in play, we can just win the game next turn. That's crazy. Well, not next turn, because we still have to get everything set up, ready to go. There's a Marnie. Oh, the Marnie killed me here. That hurts. But we still have enough cards in the deck that we can get this Zacian back into play. Pretty fine. I mean, they're going to heal. That's okay. This still feels pretty fine. We can go ahead. We see the Trinity Nova. We're gonna have to put Sableye in the active here. That doesn't make me feel good, but I mean, the fact that we just one-shot a Duraludon felt pretty good. All right, concealed cards. That's cool. I have a good deck. Thank you. Thank you. We got Colress. Colress seems fine. Colress gets the gate. This. All of the things. Feels fine. I mean. Okay, let's do this. And this. Scoop this up. Let's put the Cramorant there. This is also fine. And then spit innocently. Now we couldn't have taken a one-hit knockout even if we use the Choice Belt on the Cramorant here, because we're doing an extra 30 damage, right? So it only puts them to 140, still not taking a knockout. If they pressure us in any way, shape, or form, then we can actually just wait for the Duraludon VMAX to come out. And that's fine too. This is all good. All good things. Okay, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9. We do have to play the Comfey this turn, which is a little tough. Let's do flower selecting. Okay. The gate feels pretty good. Now we can boss. The gate. Does gate help us more? Let's see. So definitely can't swing here. If we use boss, we're not in a good situation. The gate can get us a retreat. Let's do both. Hit you and you. So we get the Zacian back out. We get the Cramorant. We get this. And we get the Psychic Energy. I think that's fine. I wonder. Let's just go with the Grass Energy, just because. Okay, that's okay. Let's get rid of the Manaphy. We definitely don't need Manaphy. We're just thinning the deck at this point. So we have Grass, Psychic, and the Water Energy. So we can go like that. 150, 170. We can take a knockout here. and then we just set ourselves up. Let's do this. Do both. Go Cramorant, Comfey back into the deck. Didn't really need the Comfey. We definitely need the grass energy back. And psychic energy back. Okay. Putting this here. Let's get grass, psychic, the Zacian, 1, 2. Let's put the metal on the Zacian. And then let's go here. We'll do 1, 2. We're gonna go psychic here, water here, retreat, put the Zacian in the active, put a choice belt on it. Now we can retreat. We have enough cards. And I think we have game on board. I mean, it seems that way, right? We have the Sableye ready to rock and roll next turn. There are no more bosses, but I think that we're still safe. We're still safe because we have the Sableye. Even if we didn't and they put anything else in play, yeah, they've got 220. You take 30 less damage. They absolutely have to draw a boss's orders. Otherwise, we just kind of win. There's the Ultra Ball. They're thinning really hard. For a 20 card deck, there's the Duraludon. Still fine. Got the Duraludon VMAX. Gonna try to draw that last boss. Can they do it? Can they get into the boss out of the 5 cards off the top of their deck? I don't know. Big Charm still seems... Oh, yes! That is so good. That's so good for us. Oh my gosh. This deck just feels so great. I mean, we just put so much pressure on a deck like this so early on. It felt amazing. So Zacian really can just swing into those VMAX Pokemon out of nowhere, and the power of this deck is just insane. It really feels like a highly competitive deck. I'm not exactly sure what they're getting rid of. I know that they're just kind of scraping by here, just getting the G-Max pulverization. We're gonna give them a well played. GG to my opponent for sure. All right, let's do this here. Go in with a flower selecting just because, and we'll do the things that do the other things. Get this here, get the Sableye. Sableye gonna lost mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there we go. We took our last prize for all 6 prizes in the game and the win. All right, let's take a look and see exactly what we're gonna do in this next matchup here. Let's see if we can smash our opponent a little bit with Zacian or Lugia in the list. I think that we probably going to see an Arceus Mewtwo deck, which is pretty bad for us generally. But I think that swinging in with the 150 from the Zacian, the 250 from a Lugia, is going to be really good here. So they do have the Oranguru, which I've seen quite a bit in Arceus Mewtwo variants, just because you can use the Oranguru obviously with the shoes. But it looks like we're queuing into a Hisuian Zoroark V-Star deck. So very cool here. Hisuian Zoroark, we can really just kind of map out our prizes. I think if we're just taking knockout after knockout after knockout, it can be really good for us too. We're able to splash enough damage on the Zoroarks to just finish them off pretty easily with a Sableye towards the end of the game. So I think if we don't get Sharon's cared to death on this matchup, we're pretty good. I think it's pretty favorable for us. Now, having the Cramorant active, not the greatest thing in the world, so we will have to retreat, try to draw into our Colress's experiment just to get the Cramorant active, and I think that will set us up pretty nicely for the following turn. We're gonna go ahead and I think just get this ready for the Crobat. The Crobat comes through pretty clutch here. Crobat drawing 5 more cards for them. So Crobat sitting there on the bench is really good for us in this match because that's an easy 2 prize knockout eventually later in the game. So I think that we can really just sit on the Cramorant as well. We could try to swing into the Oranguru, but I'm not going to really put the gas on for a play like that because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If we're able to take out 2 Vs or V-Stars, we can just swing with a boss's order at the end of this game to take that Crobat out. So really good matchup again here. So we see the Diancie. Nobody's getting bossed right away with the Diancie, especially if they're able to swing with it. So there is the switch. That's totally fine. Now this is one-shottable, so that could make a difference long run because we do have the Greninja. So the Greninja play is valid here too. There's our Mirage Gate. So let's first get a Comfey, because that's what we need to get everything started. So we'll go in, let's just retreat, because we don't need anything yet. So we're going to retreat into the Comfey. Let's do flower selecting first before we use the Pokegear. So we definitely need Klara in a matchup like this. I don't know if we need that other Mirage Gate. So let's go in. There's the Colress, which is great. Got both of our bosses that we can see. Let's Colress. Colress is good. Colress is great. Let's get 1 Comfey, 1 Switch Cart. We do have to unfortunately let go of one of the Psychic Energies. So this is fine. Place this down. We're gonna go Scoop Up Net this Comfey. Put this Comfey here. Flower select. Oof. Getting rid of energies. Doesn't feel great. Put this back down. Let's Switch Cart the Cramorant. That's fine. And spit innocently. Now what's nice is the Snorlax can just straight up one-hit this Crobat here. Now that we can use our first boss's order, we can do that, and then we can always take a one-hit shot on the Gengar later in the game. We can even do Sableye. So that's pretty good here. We just need a way of getting into the active spot. Again, we didn't put down the Snorlax just yet. I don't think that we need to. We also need to secure our Lost Zone because we need 3 more cards in it, which we can do with the Comfey here, and then the Colress. But we can't boss if we do that. So if we're able to find a switch out or something that allows us to put 1 extra card in the Lost Zone, I think we're really good at doing that. So we could just do Colress into the Mirage Gate with the Comfey active and then swing for a clean 180 at least. Alright, looks like they're setting up their V-Star. They do have enough to do quite a bit of damage, so let's see, 100, 200, 250 minus 20 is going to be 230, and that's what they're going to be able to swing for. There we go. Now we're doing an extra 50 damage on top of that. And there we go. There's the V-Star. So they do have 5 cards in hand. Very cool, very cool. So out of range of the Lugia now, even after they take a prize. So might not be the best situation for us, but I still think that we are going to see a decent play this turn. So we've got this here. We could scare them a little bit. Just go in, concealed cards. That's fine. A rope. Okay, so we could see a rope. Flower selecting. We definitely need the psychic energy here. Alright, let's Klara. We'll do this first. Just get the Cramorant back. 2 energies back. They do have lots of ways of bossing things. So I think just putting the water energy, because that's really where we will need it. Let's just go here. Let's see what they bring up. Now this could be a bad play on our part because there's a potential that Sharon's Care is in the deck, right? So we might just take an L here, getting this hit into the Zoroark, and that's fine. So we've got the Zoroark V active. There's the Sharon's Care. Just like we talked about, Sharon's Care able to pick that right back up, and they're putting it back down. So we didn't get anywhere so far, but now we would have the Mirage Gate active. And that's really great because that's what we want, right? We want the Mirage Gate active. Okay, so we got 5. Let's try to dig. So there's our switch out, which is good. We got flower selecting. Let's keep the boss. Definitely want boss, because we can boss twice, right? It's concealed cards. Just dig a little bit more. We need one more switch out. It's fine. Let's get the Comfey. Ooh. Let's check our loss zone. So we have 1 metal and 1 psychic, so we can put a grass in there. We won't need all of them, but we definitely need some. Right. I could swing for 180, but I do need a way of getting something back. So let's Colress, and we definitely need this. We need this and this. So I wonder. Let's go in with this. See what's in the deck. They have 6 cards in hand. We have 4 energy in deck. Alright, so we get to use the Lugia here, which is good. So they have 250 exactly. We can double Mirage Gate. 1, 2. Here. 2. And 1, 2. Here and here. We can attach active and retreat. And now we are taking a knockout on a V-Star. So we were able to get there, a little bit unconventional, but still we're doing pretty big things right now. So there's 100 damage there. We can get a Sableye eventually. they need an energy card. They have 6 cards in hand. I'm assuming there's an energy somewhere. But I think that we're in a really good spot here. So again, the Lugia with wind pressure just takes sweet knockouts, unexpected. People are used to the Lost Zone box playing the Radiant Charizard, which is more towards the end of the game, where this Lugia can come in, you know, turn 2 if your opponent's hand is big enough. And that is really where it shines. Now, we are stuck because they only have 4 cards in hand, but there is a possibility that we just draw into our Cramorant in the deck or our Sableye in the deck, and we're able to get things back. Now, there's our Sableye and our training court, so we are still in good standings here. They are going to take the knockout on the Lugia, but we do have retreat with our Radiant Greninja that we set up the water energy on. That's totally fine. So let's go here. Do we have enough for our Sableye? So we have 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are 1 short. 1 short. Very unfortunate. Alright, let's take things out of the deck first. Always want to take things out of the deck. We do have 3, 4 switch outs, so if we can draw into one of those switch outs, even better. Flower selecting, not what we want to see. So we have Choice Belt and a boss. We already have Choice Belt in hand. Okay. So we need a few things. Let's take a look at our prizes. So we get the amazing rare Zacian. We have 1 psychic energy there. There's 2 in our discard pile as well. So we definitely need to just have a knockout, and then we can take our second knockout here, and then we have to hopefully draw into 1 Mirage Gate at the end of the turn there. So I'm thinking we can do it as long as nothing gets knocked out here. So let's go ahead and let's get training court. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is just get the psychic energy back so we have it, right? And then I think we'll just hold the hand for now, because we need that psychic energy to win the game, and if we don't have it, it's just not gonna work. So let's see if it actually pans out for us here. All right, so they are setting up another Zoroark. We're gonna go down to 2 prize cards. Let's take a look at what we've got here. We've got the 160. There's a Silene. See what they're putting on top of the deck. Putting a damage pump on the top of the deck. Okay. So still not getting our win con. Okay, that's actually really great for us if we're able to put some more stuff on the top. Okay, so we've got Sableye. Sableye is good to go. We have 10 in the Lost Zone. So let's put energy here. Let's do some of this, some of these shenanigans. Let's concealed cards. We want more cards, right? That's fine. This is good. Everything here is good. Let's just retreat. Go Sableye and go Lost Mine. This needs 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this needs how many? 110. So we don't care about that. But what we do care about is this thing here, because they don't know that we have the Zacian, the Choice Belt in hand, which is good because all we really need is a Mirage Gate. We need one Mirage Gate and we win the game. Because we have Boss, we have Zacian, we have Retreat, we have Rod. There's Sharon's Care. Okay, still totally fine. We are good to go here. Zacian's gonna clean it up real nice after the fact, so now they're able to move some damage around. Damage is stacking up on the bench. Still able to take the knockout, so that's fine. Fine for them for this turn. But we do have to win on the next turn. Otherwise, we are just going to take a big old L, and we don't want that. We need our Zacian in play. We need it doing its thing. So here we go. We're going to go in, dig a little bit with the Comfey. Put the Comfey up active. Okay, let's Flower Select. We don't need the Colress. I don't think we have any other things in deck, but look, we have a Cramorant. It's fine. We need the one Mirage Gate in our deck here. Can we draw it? Let's get this back. Let's go here. Get the Metal Energy. We'll go Concealed Cards. Alright, so we have at least that. We got the other Comfey. Let's scoop up the Comfey. Put the other Comfey here. Flower Selecting. We get the Mirage Gate. We can put it down. We can Ordinary Rod. Let's get the Psychic Energy back. Let's just put the energy back into the deck. We're going to go one here and the Metal Energy. Putting them back into the deck. Using the Mirage Gate. Let's put both of those right on our Zacian here. Let's add this, the Choice Belt, the Air Balloon, Boss's Orders, retreat into the Zacian, and then Amazing Sword for a sweet 180 damage, taking our final knockout for 2 prizes, and that is the game. So there you have it, everyone. You got to see the raw power of Amazing Rare Zacian, along with its partner here in this deck, Lugia from Vivid Voltage. I really enjoy playing this deck, and I hope that you will too if you try it out on the ladder. I enjoy all the little intricate plays that you can make. Even if you slip up a little, the deck seems to kind of just hold you there and get all the pieces necessary. There's so much draw. There's so many ways to get into your Colress, to dig with your Greninja. There's Greninja plays that you can make towards the end of the game to just clean up. I think it really has some legs to stand on when it goes into the competitive meta too, so it's not really a meme deck by any chance. Lost Zone Box has been pretty competitive since its release in the Lost Origin set. So I really suggest that you copy paste this into PTCGO. If you don't have all the cards, maybe proxy up some cards, but remember that you can always get those cards over at Atlas or on PTCGOstore.com. Make sure you're checking out all of our other affiliate links. If you liked the video, you liked what you saw, you liked watching me talk about Pokemon here, make sure you're commenting down below and leaving a like. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get notified about any of our videos coming out at any point. We're going to leave you here in this video with a message from each one of our sponsors, so we hope to see you next time here on the Shuffle Squad. Keep on shuffling. The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Atlas Collectibles, the best place to buy any trading card game product online. Visit atlastcg.com and at the checkout screen make sure to use code TSS12 to save an unbeatable 12% off your entire order. Atlas Collectibles will ship your product anywhere in the world, so make sure you're taking advantage of the 12% savings with TSS12. And if Pokemon is not your thing, don't worry. Go to atlastcg.com and see all the other amazing trading card game products they have there to offer.
The Shuffle Squad is partnered with PTCGO Store to provide our community with the best access to Pokemon TCG codes. They have codes available 24/7, instant email delivery, and you can save 5% off by using code TSS5. If you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll have access to a special code that gets you 10% off. So what are you waiting for? Use code TSS5 today and save 5% on your next order of codes on any codes available at PTCGOstore.com.
Pokéx Word, the best place to get your fill of Pokemon-inspired puzzles. New puzzles are posted every day, and they recently launched a new Guess That Pokemon puzzle, which is a ton of fun to play. Go check them out at PokéXWord.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter for your chance to win a ton of PTCGO codes every month.
Check out the Late Night Series Season 6, brought to you by myself, Zach Lesage, and the Shuffle Squad. We're going to be running a bunch of sick events for the Pokemon community, and they start on August 30th. So one thing you might be noticing here is that there's an EU time and an NA time. We have one at 12 p.m. Eastern, which works out to about 5 p.m. in London, and then we have one at 7 p.m. Eastern, which should help out a lot of players on the West Coast play in this event. That being said, we still have a lot of cool things going on. Expect similar prizing that we've had for other Late Night Series events. Expect better staffing, expect better tournament experiences, and of course we do have a stream going up for this season as well, and I will be streaming the event on Twitch. That being said, we have the whole season up on the Play Limitless website. Late Night 51 all the way through 70 runs until we hit the Invitational on November 5th. So check that out, sign up today, and support Zach Lesage Events and the Shuffle Squad. See you there.